Every great city has two hearts, one that beats in the chests of its people, and another, quieter one, that ticks within its stones. In Alexandria, that second heart was about to skip a beat. For you see, the greatest weapon is not a sword or a spear. It is an idea. And the man who tried to murder one had just made the last mistake of his life. Her name was Hypatia, scholar-engineer, and tonight, an architect of justice. 3 months earlier, the magistrate Orontius had stood in the Great Library. He did not see the beauty, the 1,000 years of thought laid bare. He saw only a threat. He looked upon the sum of human knowledge, the mathematics of Archimedes, the star charts that guided ships, and he called it sedition. He believed that by burning the scrolls, he could burn the questions he was too afraid to answer. But the fire he started did more than burn paper. It burned futures, cures for diseases not yet named, machines that could have lifted this city to the stars. It was an attempt to murder the future itself. And for this, the Roman courts gave him a commendation. They called it preserving order. They had no idea what disorder truly looked like, but Hypatia did. While Orontius basked in his victory, she studied him. She saw a man of profound superstition, terrified of the gods he claimed to worship. A man who craved the mob's adoration, but held them in contempt. His arrogance was a flaw in his armor, wider than the Nile. And she had spent every waking hour since the ashes cooled, forging a key to fit that lock. Her workshop was not a room, it was the city itself. The great water clock in the Agora, she had recalibrated its gears. It no longer measured the hours of the day, but the countdown to one man's humiliation. The polished bronze shields of the honor guard, they were no longer for show. They were her lenses. The very sunlight that warmed the marble of the amphitheater, that was her paintbrush. This was not to be an assassination. It was an autopsy, a public dissection of a lie. She would not spill his blood. She would drain his reputation. She would use his own fears, his own vanity to orchestrate a confession the entire city would witness. They thought her a ghost, a memory haunting the ruins. They were wrong. A ghost is a remnant of the past. She was a symptom of the future he tried to erase. He sought to prove that knowledge was fragile. She would prove it was indelible. Look, the sun begins its final descent. The gears are engaged. The stage is set. Orontius walks to the theater expecting a crown of laurels. He will receive a crown of shame, woven from his own actions. Watch closely. The lesson is about to begin, and class is permanent.